if we had sent down to them the angels, and the dead had spoken to them, and, even if we had gathered everything before them face to face, still, they were not to believe, unless Allah would have so willed. But, most of them adopt the way of ignorance, so it is that, for every prophet, we have set up enemies, the devils of mankind and jinn who seduce one another with alluring rhetoric in order to deceive had Allah willed, they would have not done it. So, leave them alone with what they forge and they seduce one another, in order that the hearts of those who do not believe in the hereafter may incline to it, and that they may be well pleased with it, and so that they commit what those seducers are used to commit. So, should I seek someone other than Allah as judge, while it is He who has sent down to you the book in details? Those we have given the book know that it is revealed from your Lord with the truth. So, never be one of those who are in suspicion. The word of your Lord is perfect in truth and justice. None is there to change His words, and He is all-hearing, all-knowing. If you obey the majority of those on earth, they will make you lose the way of Allah. They follow nothing but whims, and they do nothing but make conjectures. Surely, your Lord is best aware of those who go astray from His way, and He is best aware of those who are on the right path. So, eat the flesh of that animal, upon which the name of Allah has been invoked, when slaughtering, if you do believe in His verses. What should cause you to avoid eating of that upon which the name of Allah has been invoked, while He has spelled out to you all that He has made unlawful for you, except that to which you are compelled by extreme necessity? Surely, there are many who misguide people on the basis of their desires without having knowledge. Surely, your Lord is the best knower of those who cross the limits, leave outward sin and inward sin. Surely, those who commit sin shall be punished for what they used to commit. Do not eat that meat, over which the name of Allah has not been pronounced. This is surely a sin. The Satans inspire their friends to dispute with you. If you were to obey them, you would be mushriks. Is it conceivable that the one who was dead and to whom we gave life, and set for him a light with which he walks among men, is held to be like the one whose condition is such that he is in total darkness, never coming out of it? This is how their deeds appear beautified to the disbelievers. In a similar way, in every town we caused its chief sinners to commit mischief in it. And they do not commit mischief but against themselves, while they do not realize it. When a sign comes to them, they say, "We shall never come to believe unless we are given the like of what was given to the messengers of Allah." Allah knows best where to place His message. Those who committed sin shall soon suffer from disgrace before Allah, and face severe punishment for the mischief they have been making. So, whomsoever Allah wills to guide, He makes his heart wide open for Islam, and whomsoever He wills to let go astray, He makes his heart straight and constricted, and he feels embracing Islam as difficult, as if he were climbing to the sky. In this way, Allah lays abomination on those who do not believe. This is the path of your Lord, a straight path. We have made the verses elaborate for people who accept the advice. For them there is the abode of peace with their Lord, and He is their guardian by virtue of what they used to do. The day He will assemble all of them together, Allah will say to jinn, "O species of jinns, you have done too much against mankind." Their friends from among the human beings will say, "Our Lord, some of us have benefited from others, and we have reached our term that you had appointed for us." He will say, "The fire is your abode wherein you will remain forever, unless Allah wills otherwise. Surely, your Lord is all-wise, all-knowing." Thus we will make some wrongdoers companions of others, in the hereafter, because of what they used to commit. O species of jinn and mankind, had the messengers not come to you, from among yourselves, who used to relate my verses to you, and used to warn you of the encounter of this your day? They will say, we testify against ourselves. The worldly life had deceived them, and they will testify against themselves that they were disbelievers. That Allah sends messengers is because your Lord is not to destroy any towns on account of any wrongdoing, while their people are unaware. For all people, there are ranks according to what they did, and your Lord is not unaware of what they do. Your Lord is the all-independent, the Lord of mercy. If he so wills, he can take you away and cause whomsoever he wills to succeed you, just as he has raised you from the progeny of other people. Surely what you are promised is bound to come, and you cannot frustrate it. Say, O my people, do at your place whatever you do, I have to do, in my way. So, you will know for whom is the ultimate abode. Surely, the wrongdoers will not be successful. They have assigned a portion for Allah from the tillage and the cattle created by him, and then said, this is for Allah. So they claim, and this is for our associate gods. Then, that which is allocated for their associate gods never reaches Allah, while that which is allocated for Allah does reach their associate gods. Evil is what they judge. Similarly, their associate gods have made the killing of their children seem fair to many mushriks, idolaters, so that they may ruin them and may confuse their faith for them. Had Allah so willed, they would not have done that. So, leave them alone with what they fabricate. They say, these are prohibited cattle and produce, none can eat them except those whom we wish. So they claimed, and there are cattle whose backs are prohibited, for riding or loading, and there are cattle over which they do not pronounce the name of Allah, all being fabrications against him. He will soon punish them for what they have been fabricating. They say, whatever is in the wombs of these cattle is purely for our males, and forbidden to our wives. If it be born dead, then all of them share in it. Soon, he will punish them for what they attribute. Surely, he is all-wise, all-knowing. Losers are those who kill their children foolishly, without knowledge, and hold as prohibited what Allah has provided them, falsely ascribing it to Allah. They have gone astray, and they are not on the right path. He is the one who has created gardens, trellised and untrellised, and date palms and crops with a variety of edibles, and the olive and the pomegranate, some similar to one another, and some dissimilar. Eat of its fruit when it bears fruits, and pay its due on the day of harvest, and do not be extravagant. Surely, Allah does not like the extravagant among cattle. He has created those fit for loading and those fit for laying on the floor. Eat of what Allah has provided you, and do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Surely, he is an open enemy to you. Allah has created 8 pairs, 2 of sheep and 2 of goats. Say, is it the 2 males that he has prohibited, or the 2 females, or whatever the wombs of the 2 females contain? Tell me on the basis of knowledge if you are true. And he has created 2 of camels and 2 of oxen. Say, is it the 2 males that he has prohibited, or the 2 females, or whatever the wombs of the 2 females contain? Or were you present when Allah has advised you of this? So, who is more unjust than the one who fabricates a lie against Allah, in order to misguide people without knowledge? Surely, Allah gives no guidance to an unjust people. Say, I do not find, in what has been revealed to me, anything, out of the cattle under discussion, prohibited for anyone who eats it, unless it be carrion or blood that pours forth, or flesh of swine, because it is impure, or there be an animal slaughtered sinfully by invoking on it the name of someone other than Allah. However, if anyone is compelled by necessity, neither seeking pleasure nor crossing the limit, then your Lord is most forgiving, very merciful. For those who are Jews we prohibited all that has claws. Of cows and goats, we prohibited for them their fats, except that which is borne by their backs or the entrails, or what is attached to a bone. Thus we recompensed them for their transgression. We are definitely truthful. Then, if they give the lie to you, say, your Lord is the Lord of all, embracing mercy, and his punishment cannot be averted from the sinning people, those who associate partners with Allah. Will say, had Allah willed, we would have not associated partners with him, nor our fathers, nor would we have made anything prohibited. In the same way those who went before them gave the lie to the truth, until they tasted our punishment. Say, do you have any sure knowledge that you may produce to us? You follow nothing but whims, and do nothing but make conjectures. Say, then, Allah is the conclusive proof. So, had he willed, he would have brought all of you on the right path. Say, bring your witnesses who testify that Allah has prohibited this. Then, if they testify, O Prophet, do not be a witness to them, and do not follow the desires of those who had given the lie to our signs and those who do not believe in the hereafter, and who equate others with their Lord. Say, O Prophet, to the infidels, come, and I shall recite what your Lord has prohibited for you. Do not associate anything with him, as his partner, and be good to parents, and do not kill your children because of poverty. We will give provision to you, and to them as well, and do not go near shameful acts, whether they are open or secret, and do not kill a person whom Allah has given sanctity, except rightfully. This he has enjoined upon you, so that you may understand. Do not approach the property of the orphan, except with the best possible conduct, until he reaches maturity. Give full measure and full weight in all fairness. We do not obligate anyone beyond his capacity, and be just when you speak, even though the one against whom you are speaking is a relative, and fulfill the covenant of Allah. This is what he has enjoined upon you, so that you may observe the advice, and this is my path that is straightforward. So, follow it, and do not follow their other ways, lest they should make you deviate from his way. This is what he has enjoined upon you, so that you may be God-fearing. Then we gave Musa the book, perfect for the one who does good, and explaining everything in detail, and a guidance and mercy, so that they may believe in meeting their Lord. And this Quran is a blessed book we have sent down. So follow it and fear Allah, so that you may be favored with mercy. Had we not sent this book, you would have an excuse to say, the book was sent down only upon two groups before us, for example, the Jews and the Christians, and we were unaware of what they read. Or you would say, if the book had been sent down to us, we would have been more adhering to the right path than they are. Now there has come to you a clear sign from your Lord, and a guidance and mercy. So, who is more unjust than the one who gives the lie to the verses of Allah, and turns away from them? We will recompense those who turn away from our verses with an evil punishment, because of their turning away. They are waiting for nothing less than that the angels should come to them, or your Lord, or some signs of your Lord should come. The day some signs of your Lord will come, the believing of a person shall be of no use to him who had never believed before, or had not earned some good through his faith. Say, wait. Of course, we are waiting. Surely, those who have made divisions in their religion and turned into factions, you have nothing to do with them. Their case rests with Allah alone. Then he will tell them what they have been doing. Whoever comes with a good deed will receive 10 times as much, and whoever comes with an evil deed will be requited with no more than the like of it, and they shall not be wronged. Say, as for me, my Lord has guided me to a straight path, the straight religion, the faith of Ibrahim, who was upright and was not of those who associate partners with Allah. Say, my prayer, my offering, my life and my death are for Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. For him there is no partner. And thus I have been commanded, and I am the first one to submit. Say, should I seek a Lord other than Allah, while he is the Lord of everything? And nobody does anything but to his own account, and no bearer of burden shall bear the burden of another. Then to your Lord is your return. Then he will let you know what you were disputing about. It is he who made you the vicegerents of the earth and raised some of you in ranks over others, so that he may test you in what he has given you. Surely, your Lord is swift in punishing, and surely he is most forgiving, very merciful. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Alif, Lam, Mim, Sawad. This is a book sent down to you. Therefore, your heart must not be straitened because of it. It is revealed to you, so that you may warn through it, and it may be an advice for the believers. O humankind, follow what has been sent down to you from your Lord, and do not follow any masters other than him. Little you heed to advice. How many a town we have destroyed? Our punishment came upon them at night or when they were having a nap at midday. So, when our punishment came upon them, they could say nothing but cry. We were wrongdoers indeed. So, we shall ask those to whom the messengers were sent, and we shall ask the messengers how they conveyed the message. Then, having full knowledge, we shall tell them the whole story, as we were never far from them. The weighing of deeds on that day is definite. As for those whose scales are heavy, they will be the successful ones. But those whose scales are light, they are the ones who have brought loss to themselves, because they did not do justice to our verses. We established you on earth, and created in it means of living for you. Little you appreciate. We created you, then gave you a shape. Then we said to the angels, prostrate yourselves before Adam. So, they all prostrated themselves, except Iblis, Satan. He did not join those who fell prostrate. Allah said, what has prevented you from prostrating when I ordered you? He said, I am better than him. You have created me of fire, and created him of clay. He said, then, get you down from here. It is not for you to show arrogance here. So, get out. You are one of the degraded. He said, then give me respite until a day when all will be resurrected. He, Allah, said, you are granted respite. He said, now that you have led me astray, I will certainly sit for them in ambush on your straight path. Then I will come upon them from their front side and from their behind, and from their right and from their left. You will not find most of them grateful. He, Allah, said, get out of here, condemned, rejected. Indeed, whosoever will follow you from among them, I will fill hell with all of you together. O Adam, dwell, you and your wife, in paradise, and eat from wherever you like. But do not go near this tree, otherwise you shall join the transgressors. Then Satan whispered to them, so that he might expose to them their shame that was hidden from them, and said, your Lord has not prohibited this tree for you, but to avoid your becoming angels or your becoming eternal. He declared to them on oath, I am one of your well-wishers. Thus, he cast both of them down by deception. When they tasted the fruit of the tree, their shame was exposed to them, and they began to patch together some leaves of paradise upon themselves, and their Lord called them, did I not forbid you from that tree? Did I not tell you that Satan is your declared enemy? They said, our Lord, we have wronged ourselves, and if you do not forgive us and do not bless us with mercy, we shall, indeed, be among the losers. He said, Go down, some of you enemies of some, and for you on the earth there will be a dwelling place and enjoyment for a time. Further, he said, There you shall live and there you shall die, and from there you shall be raised again. O children of Adam, we have sent down to you the dress that covers your shame and provides adornment. As for the dress of taqwa, piety, that is the best. That is one of the signs of Allah, so that they may learn a lesson. O children of Adam, do not let Satan put you in trouble the way he had your parents expelled from paradise, having their dress removed from them, so that he could show them their shame. Indeed, he sees you he and his company from where you do not see them. Surely, we have made the devil's friends to those who do not believe. When they do a shameful act, they say, We have found our fathers doing it, and Allah has ordered us to do so. Say, Allah never orders anything shameful. Do you say about Allah what you do not know? Say, My Lord has ordered me to do justice. Set your faces aright on each occasion of prostration, and pray to him with pure faith in him. Just as he has originated you, so you will be raised again. He has led a group to guidance, and established for another group is misguidance. Indeed, they have taken the devils for their friends, instead of Allah, and they think that they are on the right path. O children of Adam, take on your adornment at every mosque. Eat and drink and do not be extravagant. Surely, he does not like the extravagant. Say, Who has prohibited the adornment Allah has brought forth for his servants, and the wholesome things of sustenance? Say, They are for the believers during this worldly life, though shared by others, while they are purely for them on the day of resurrection. This is how we elaborate the verses for people who understand. Say, My Lord has prohibited only the shameful acts, whether open or secret, and every sinful act, and unjust aggression, and that you associate with Allah anything for which he has not sent any authority, and that you attribute to Allah anything about which you do not have sure knowledge. For every people there is an appointed time. So, when their appointed time will come, they cannot be late for a moment, nor will they get ahead. O children of Adam, if messengers from among you come to you conveying my verses to you, then those who fear Allah and correct themselves will have no fear, nor shall they grieve. Those who reject our verses and stand arrogant against them, they are the inmates of the fire. There they shall live forever. So, who is more unjust than the one who coins a lie against Allah, or rejects his signs? They shall receive their share from that sustenance, which is written for them in their destiny, until when our envoys, angels, shall come to them to take their souls away, they, the angels, will say, Where are those so-called gods, whom you used to invoke besides Allah? They, the unbelievers, will say, They all have vanished from us, and they shall testify against themselves that they were unbelievers. He, Allah, will say, Enter the fire along with the peoples who passed before you from the jinn and the human beings. Whenever a group will enter it, they will curse their fellows, until when all of them will have joined each other in it, the latter ones will say about the former ones, Our Lord, they misguided us, so give them a double punishment of the fire. He will say, For each there is a double, but you do not know. The former ones will say to the latter ones, So you have no privilege against us. Now, taste the punishment for what you have been earning. Surely, those who have rejected our signs and stood arrogant against them, the gates of the heavens shall not be opened for them, and they shall not enter paradise unless a camel passes through the eye of a needle. This is how we recompense the sinners. For them there is a bed from the Jahannam, and over them there are coverings. This is how we recompense the transgressors. Those who believe and do good deeds, we do not obligate anyone beyond his capacity, they are the people of paradise. They shall remain there forever. We will remove whatever amount of malice they had in their hearts. Rivers will flow beneath them, and they will say, all praises to Allah, who has guided us to this. We would not have been able to find the way, had Allah not guided us. Surely, the messengers of our Lord came with the truth. Then they will receive a call. Here is the paradise which you have been made to inherit because of the deeds you have been doing. The inmates of paradise will call out to the inmates of the fire. We have found true what our Lord had promised to us. Have you, too, found true what your Lord had promised? They will say, yes. Then, an announcer between them will call out, the curse of Allah is on the wrongdoers who used to turn themselves away from the way of Allah, seeking to make it crooked, while they were the deniers of the hereafter. Between the two groups there will be a barrier. And on Araf, the heights, there shall be people who will recognize each group through their signs, and they will call out to the people of paradise, peace on you. They will not have entered it, yet they will hope to. When their eyes will be turned to the people of the fire, they will say, our Lord, do not join us with the unjust people. The people of Araf will call out to the people of fire, whom they will recognize through their signs, your masses were not of any help to you, nor was the arrogance you used to show. Is it these people of paradise, about whom you swore that Allah would not allow his mercy to reach them? It will be said to such people, enter paradise. There will be no fear for you, nor shall you grieve. The people of the fire will call out to the people of paradise, pour on us some water, or some of what Allah has provided you. They will say, Allah has prohibited these for disbelievers who had taken their faith as play and a game, and the worldly life had deceived them. So, we shall forget them today, as they had forgotten to face this day of theirs, and as they used to deny our signs. Surely we have brought them a book that we have elaborated with knowledge, as guidance and mercy for a people who believe. They are waiting for nothing but its final result. For example, the punishment promised in the Quran. The day when its final result will come. Those who had ignored it earlier will say, surely, the messengers of our Lord had come with truth. So, are there any intercessors for us who could intercede in our favor? Or, could we be sent back, so that we might do contrary to what we used to do? Indeed, they have put themselves to loss, and vanished from them all that they used to fabricate. Surely, your Lord is Allah, who created the heavens and the earth in 6 days. Then he positioned himself on the throne. He covers the day with the night that pursues it swiftly. He created the sun and the moon and the stars, subjugated to his command. Lo! To him alone belong the creation and the command. Glorious is Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. Supplicate to your Lord humbly and secretly. Surely, he does not like those who cross the limits. Do not make mischief on the earth after it has been set in order. Supplicate him in fear and hope. Surely, the mercy of Allah is close to those who are good in their deeds. He is the one who sends the winds carrying good news before his blessings, until when they lift up the heavy clouds, we drive them to a dead land. Then, there we pour down water. Then, we bring forth with it all sorts of fruits. In similar way, we will bring forth all the dead. All this is being explained to you, so that you may learn a lesson. As for a good land, its vegetation comes out with the permission of its Lord. But that which is bad does not grow except what is bad. Thus we alternate the verses in various ways for a people who pay gratitude. Surely we sent Nuh to his people. So he said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God other than him. I fear for you the punishment of a great day. The chiefs of his people said, Indeed we see you in an obvious error. He said, O my people, there is no error in me. But I am a messenger from the Lord of all the worlds. I convey to you the messages of my Lord and wish your betterment, and I know from Allah what you do not know. Do you wonder that an advice from your Lord has come to you through a man from among you, so that he may warn you and that you may fear Allah, and that you may be blessed with mercy? Then they accused him of falsehood, so we saved him, and those with him in the ark, and drowned those who rejected our signs. Certainly, they were a blind people. To add, we sent their brother Hud. He said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no God other than him. So, will you not fear Allah? Said the chiefs of his people who disbelieved. Indeed, we see you in folly, and we believe you are one of the liars. He said, O my people, there is no folly in me, but I am a messenger from the Lord of all the worlds. I convey to you the messages of my Lord, and I am an honest well-wisher for you. Do you wonder that an advice from your Lord has come to you through a man from among you, so that he may warn you? And remember when he made you successors after the people of Nuh and gave you increased strength and physique. So, be mindful of the bounties of Allah, so that you may be successful. They said, Have you come to us that we should worship Allah alone and give up what our fathers used to worship? Now, bring upon us that scourge, with which you threaten us if you are one of the truthful. He said, The punishment and the anger from your Lord have fallen upon you. Do you quarrel with me about mere names that you and your fathers have concocted and for which Allah has sent down no authority? So, wait. I am one of those waiting with you. So, we saved him and those with him out of mercy from us, and we eradicated those who rejected our signs. They were not believers. To Thamud, we sent their brother, Salih. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God other than him. There has come to you a clear sign from your Lord. This is the she-camel of Allah, a sign for you. So, leave her to eat on the earth of Allah, and do not touch her with mischief, lest a painful punishment should seize you. Remember when he made you successors after Ad and lodged you on earth, whereby you make castles in its plains and hew out the mountains to build houses. So be mindful of the bounties of Allah, and do not go about the earth spreading disorder. The haughty chiefs of his people said to those of the oppressed who had believed in the messenger, Do you know for sure that Salih is a messenger from his Lord? They said, Of course. We believe in what he has been sent with. The haughty people said, As for us, we disbelieve in what you believe. Then they slaughtered the she-camel and defied the command of their Lord and said, O Salih, bring to us what you threaten us with, if you are one of the messengers. So, the earthquake seized them, and they were found dead in their homes, fallen on their faces. So, he turned away from them and said, O my people, indeed I have delivered to you the message of my Lord, and wished you betterment, but you do not like the well-wishers. And we sent Lot, when he said to his people, Do you commit the shameful act in which nobody in the world has ever preceded you? You come to men lustfully instead of women. No, you are a people who cross the limits. The answer of his people was no other than to say, Expel them from your town. They are a people who pretend too much purity. So, we saved him and his family, except his wife. She was one of those who remained behind, and we rained down upon them a rain. So, look, how was the fate of the sinners? And to Madian, we sent their brother Shu'aib. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no God other than him. There has come to you a clear sign from your Lord. give the measure and weight in full, and do not make people short of their things, and do not make mischief on the earth after it has been set in order. That is good for you. If you are believers, do not sit in every path threatening and preventing from the way of Allah. The people who believe in Him, and seeking a twist in it. Remember the time when you were few, then He increased you in number? Consider the fate of those who used to make mischief. If a group from among you has believed in what I have been sent with, and another group has not believed, then keep patience until Allah decides between us. He is the best of all judges. The